Hello everyone, my name is Nashom and welcome to my channel Let's Get Psyched. Today we're going to do something very interesting. As a part of your TYBA curriculum, you usually have to conduct practicals. Some practicals are based on memory. Now whenever we do memory based practicals, we always have to prepare a list of words that the subject has to remember. Sometimes we use nonsense syllables. So a nonsense syllable is a combination of three alphabets which don't make any sense. For example, VIT. Okay, so VIT by itself does not make any sense. Or for example, XWY. Okay, so XWY is a nonsense syllable. Sometimes we use sensible words in the English language or even in Marathi or Hindi. In today's video, we're going to learn how to prepare sensible words. Now, when I give the task usually to students that prepare a list of 40 words, they think it's a very easy task and they immediately start jotting down words. Now, the trick over here that students use is they start using clusters. So, they'll write down names of 5 fruits, 5 vegetables, 5 things you find in a classroom, or names of places or names of people. Now this whole list of words then is not a very efficient list of words, because there is relationship between some words, and then it makes it much easier for the subject to remember those words, and it may interfere in the actual process of the memory experiment. We do not want that, so our lists that we make have to be controlled in all aspects. Usually when we make a list of words for memorization, there is a precaution that the experiment asks us to take. We have to use words of the same difficulty level. Now, how do you determine the difficulty level of the word? It actually depends on the subject's vocabulary. Sometimes we know the subject and thus we can prepare the words accordingly. But even if you are not aware of who your subject is going to be, we can still take certain precautions while preparing the words. In today's video, I'm going to talk about one particular experiment, that is recall and recognition, and how to create words for this particular experiment. The experiment demands that we create a set of 20 words and then another set B of more 20 words, and these two sets should match in all aspects. So let us begin by creating the first set, set A. The number one precaution that you have to take is that no word should be related to any other word in a particular category or in a particular state of a context. So if I have used orange in the list, I should not use apple. I should not use green, because both apple and orange can be clubbed into fruits, or orange and green can be clubbed into colors. So while choosing for 20 words, try and make them as random as possible. So you will not choose words like table and chair, okay, because these two can be clustered. Or you wouldn't choose parts of the body like eye and ear, because again these parts can be put together. Any kind of clues that the subject can pick up from your list, the subject will use to as a memory hook. Okay, so if you show them eye and after 2 minutes they show them ear, the subject will add these two together and keep them in their mind, and it will make it easier for them to remember. Our task is to present a neutral list to the subject, so no clues should be given from our end to this subject. So while making this list, you have to be very careful to see that no words are related to one another. The second precaution that you have to use is try and use words of similar length. Do not use 3-letter words like cat, sit, pet, okay, because that makes it too easy. On the other hand, do not use words with a lot of alphabets in it, because then it will become too difficult. So the average length of the word should be around about between 4 to 6 letters per word. Okay, try and keep your word limit between 6 to 7 or 4 to 7 max. Okay, alphabets in the word should be 7 max, and minimum 4. Do not use 3-letter words because they become too easy. So you have two precautions now. One, the words should not be related to one another, and two, you should use syllables, or sorry, not syllables, alphabets in the word should be between 4 to 7 letters. The third precaution, and that's the most important one, is that the words should be of same difficulty level. Now, in a general, you can get a gist of the difficulty level of your list. Okay, so you could use words like papaya, earth, maroon, say house. Okay, and then stick to this difficulty level. Do not use random words like something that's vague or fragrance or something that you wouldn't use in a normal conversation. So the third is to keep the difficulty level of all the words, all the 20 words, the same. Now, thoda ऊपर नीचे हो जाता है, that will do, but don't try and put a very difficult word, because though you may feel that the subject will not remember a difficult word, it may actually work in the opposite way, and the subject will remember a difficult word that you used. So don't assume that I want to make this list difficult, so I'll put a difficult word, subject को याद नहीं रहेगा. कभी कभी because the novelty of the word, subject को वही word याद रहता है. The fourth precaution that you can take is while using, or while you are making the cards, be very sure that you get the spelling correct. Okay, because sometimes you think you know the spelling, but you may misspell the word, and the subject would just remember it because they see that you have made a spelling mistake. So in the 20 words that you are making, the words should not be related to one another. Use syllables, alphabets between 4 to 7. The third one, keep the same difficulty level. And number 4, spell all the words correctly. Now, usually when we do this list, we use the English language. However, there is no sort of compulsion of using English only. You could use Marathi words, or you could use Hindi words as well. Just make sure that you are using words of the same difficulty level and that they are not related to one another. So you have list A of 20 words. Once you make list A of 20 words, then you start making list B of the next 20 words. Again, when you make list B now, you will have to match it with list A and see that the words are not related to list A. The words are of the same difficulty level as list A. And number 3, the words are the same the words are the same difficulty level of list A, and the words are between 4 to 7 alphabets per word. So once you make 20 words of list A, it becomes much easier to make list B, because then you can match the words and see how to use a non-related word. So I hope this video has been helpful in telling you or giving you some tips on how to make words for list A and list B. A few things that I have noticed is sometimes students, they open a dictionary and then they'll have all words beginning with the letter A, and the second list will have all words beginning with the letter B. Please refrain from doing that. Try and use all the alphabets while making the words, and you should try and strive that both your list A and list B do not strike the subject in any way and they appear as very mundane lists. A small tip that usually helps students while they are in a laboratory is not to include any of the words that the student may see, that the subject may see around them. So don't include whiteboard or window or something that the subject can immediately associate with and then remember. This was my small video on how to make words for a memory experiment. I hope it was helpful. Look forward for more videos, and thank you.